Welcome back to Master Set Madness as we await Dusk Till Dawn and its release. We wait for that fun beginning of a new Master Set Madness. We're going to finish this case. We're finishing the case of Monarch that I started a couple weeks ago now, it feels like. And we're going to find the good stuff because we did not find the good stuff in the first two boxes. So we got two boxes today, and oh man, we're gonna talk, we got this new fun set coming out, Dusk Till Dawn, and spoilers were fun. Were they not fun this last weekend? Oh, I'm sure if you're watching the channel, you probably already saw my spoiler video, opening the first box in the world. You probably already saw it, but if you didn't, you should go back and watch it because it was fun. It was fun. Oh man, these are gonna be pretty quick to go through. I don't have to go slow because we know what's in here, right? Awesome. And oh man, spoilers are fun. I'm so excited to open Dusk Till Dawn. It looks amazing. It looks beautiful. The marvels, if we can find any, I sure hope we have some better luck finding them than we did in Outsiders. Oh man, it's gonna be good. But speaking of new sets, right? It means it's a new phase. We're coming into a new phase. It's kind of the end of an era. And every time a set changes, it's the end of an era. But this one, oh, the Urser, there he is. Look at that, that's you. It feels a little more special, this time around, this being the 10th set that's coming out for Flesh and Blood. And we got some fun, crazy stuff like signed, serialized sketch cards, which, oh my goodness, I really hope we can find one of those. This is our first Majestic of the box. That would be crazy. We're probably not gonna get one, but it would be crazy. Anyways, new sets, right? They changed the game. They changed the way we play. They changed the way we think about the game. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today, how games change, how things move around. Guardian of the Shadow Realm, it's a nice one now coming up. And of course, new sets, they keep the game exciting, right? Without new sets, it would get kind of boring, but of course it changes it forever. And for me, one of the things that I think about is that fact that you never get to go back. You pretty much never get to go back to that game that you were playing before, or maybe format is the right word to use for that. Use game in quotes there because it is still Flesh and Blood, right? Or still whatever card game it is that you're thinking about. And so even if you start a couple sets in and then it changes, you get what I'm saying. And I think about that, one thing that pops into my head, Dread Scythe, is I think of when I started playing Magic, again, the second time around, I started playing in Eldritch Moon, and I haven't looked super hard, but I also haven't found anybody who wants to sit with me and play just a, what is it called? Eldritch Moon and what is it? Shadows over Innistrad. Nobody wants to just play those two sets with me. But I think back to that, and just the idea of doing that sounds really fun to me. Not because it probably wouldn't be an amazing format. It probably wouldn't be the best thing ever, but for me, it would just be going back to that time. It would bring back that experience I had of that cool foil, of getting back into the game, trying it, making a lot of new friends, Invert Existence. And it has a little nostalgia, a little bit of nostalgia to it. And back then I didn't have a ton of cards and just kind of brand new and stuff. And so there was all these cool things I wanted to try and strategies and whatnot. And instead I just never did any of them, right? You just kind of skipped it, never got the chance, never got to try it all. Which is life, right? You kind of run out of time. And then, people just stop caring. You get more sets that come out. The old stuff doesn't matter anymore. Or in the case of Magic, you literally are not allowed to use it pretty much. Lumina Ascension. And so it's just kind of there's a time you get to experience something and enjoy something, and then it's gone. The time is gone. And so to contradict myself just a little bit here, the opposite can also be true, right? You can get that initial experience back, experience game, if you put a lot of effort into it. You got to put a ton of effort into it. I did do that successfully once with the old Lord of the Rings. If you've been around a while, you've heard me talk about the original Lord of the Rings, not the magic one, the Decipher one, which I guess technically isn't the original one. It's like the second, right? But the old Decipher one, like that came out in what, 2000? 2001? I can't remember what year the first movie came out. But 15 years after that, so 15 years after having that initial fun, super amazing experience with a new card game, I was able to, it took a lot of work, but I ended up pulling together a group of like 12 to 15 people, and the cards were cheap, right? So I bought all the original sets. I got 12 people to be playing, like first time new people playing with starter decks, Tome of Divinity, and then we got to drafting, and we started like having once a month, or even sometimes a couple times a month for over a year of drafting through the first set and then doing little constructed events. Oh, there's our cold foil. Come on, you stubby hammers. With this group, and you'd get to keep the cards from each draft, and then you'd have different constructed events, and then every few months I would add in the next set, like set 2, just like it was back in the day. So people were building their card pools, and you had limited card fun pools. It was super fun, but that I feel like is a pretty rare experience. I feel like most of the time you don't get to go back. You don't get to go back and do that. Of course, Fab is a little bit different. Not having the rotation, it's not like your whole card pool just disappears on you when a new set comes out. I do love that. I love that it's like, okay, we got Dusk Till Dawn coming. That doesn't mean, some set, 4 or 5 sets that goes out. I love that. I love that idea. But, ooh, there's our foil Majestic Invert Existence. We're not rocking it here. We're not rocking it. We only got 2 packs left in this box, so hopefully box 4 has the magic. Yeah, anyways, with Fab, it's nice. It's nice that things don't disappear, but again, it's not the same, right? You see all this cool new stuff come out with Dusk Till Dawn, and you're not gonna play characters the same way you did in Monarch or different stuff like that. And of course, now we've lost our, oh man, oh look at that, same thing. We lost my bracers, my Rangers bracers. I was so excited. I love that card. Now it's gone. It is gone and may never come back. Maybe it will, but it won't be the same. It won't be the same. And, even if your card pool doesn't change, maybe for Ninja or whatever different things, it just doesn't stay the same too, because people like looking at the new stuff, right? There's going to be so many people, which is great and fun and exciting, going for the new Prism and going for Vincent and trying to do the new Levias stuff. There's going to be all sorts of excitement for that. Oh, there we go. Finally a hit, a real hit, a Vestige of Soul. Look at that cold foil. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I was hoping we would get something. At this point, I was getting a little nervous. We weren't going to get anything. Oh man, we did get a hit. Look at that. 1 hit in 4 boxes. We are not making our money back on this one. Not yet. Not yet. Oh, there's still time. There's still time, my friends. Ooh, there you go. Celestial Cataclysm. Nice to see that next to it. Foil one. Now, foil one of those would be nice. Anyways. You guys know what I mean. And why do I don't know why I talk about this so much. I just think, again, like I said, I can be a little nostalgic. And, it's fun that they're doing Monarch drafts again. Like, this is we're doing throwback to Monarch drafts where you can actually go back and you're going to experience a format in the same way that it was. Now, of course, part of the reasoning for that is that most people didn't actually get to experience it the first time, with COVID and everything. But I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool that they're doing that and you have that opportunity. Honestly, when I was playing more Magic competitively, somewhat, not very, but just playing, it would have been more, I always wanted to have more events like that, where you got to play with just a couple of old sets, or, there was a limited pool of cards that you could use, but it was not the same old just standard or modern or pioneer with these massive card pools. Because I always like the ideas of, you know, like we've designed this set with all these themes and just the way that, you know, standard and different things work. Most of the time you don't get to, you know, half the cards, more than half, 90% of the cards just are unplayable if you want to win. And so I've loved that idea of, you know, we're just doing these two sets or this block of cards so that, you know, you can try different strategies and you can use things beyond just a draft experience. I know that's not what's happening here, but it is cool to see going back to Monarch. And, you know, honestly, I hope they do more events like that where you just get that kind of throwback to something in the past. Ooh, unhollowed rights. This is, oh man, other than that Vestige of Soul, oof, rough. No extended arts, no fabled, no fabled. That would be funny if the first cold foil fabled we got here on the channel was actually a Monarch one. That would be pretty funny. And so yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for Dusk Till Dawn, of course, and it's gonna be fun. It is going to be fun. But I guess my point with this is just, you know, with all the hype and excitement that's going to happen with it, at some point towards the end of it, we're just going to be hyped and excited for the next thing. And so enjoy the hype, dive into it as much as you can, but at the same time, just enjoy the format you're in, because you most likely don't get a chance to go back to it. And it's, you know, of course, not every format is every person's favorite. It's a double cold foil box, and it's just the Dreamweavers. Just the Dreamweavers. We almost did something magical there. Even if a format's not your favorite, it's better to just, you know, do the best you can to enjoy it and have fun in it, instead of spending too much time thinking about how it's going to get better with the next set, how it's going to change in the future, how it's, you know, because it's a game, and have fun and just enjoy where you're at. We got a quarter of a box left here for Monarch. Well, at least we got a legendary. At least we got a legendary. Not exactly the one we were hoping for. Soul Food, that's decent. Nice if we could hit a shield or something else in here. Close this case out. We'll move a little bit quicker here. A little bit quicker here. Again, of course, Dusk Till Dawn Master Set Madness will be coming soon. Oh, so soon. It depends, of course, on what day I actually get the boxes in. So we'll see. Hopefully that's on release day, and hopefully I can get something turned around super quick for you guys. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to look, if the first video yet is going to be one case, or if we're just going to go like I said, we're going to go fast this time. So I don't know if the first video is going to be a lot of cases or a couple cases. I don't know. We're gonna see. Might be live, might not be live. And oh, what was I telling you before? A foil one. Yes, the foil Celestial Cataclysm. That is a nice hit. First edition one. Very cool. Very cool. Yes, I will get these sleeved up. I don't have to worry as much because I don't have the dust packs, right? I don't have the dust packs on this one. Very cool. So if you like seeing boxes open and you made it this far and you haven't punched that subscribe button or punched that like button, you probably should, so that you can be illuminated as to what cards I will open in Dusk Till Dawn as we try again to get a complete master set. And it's going to be so hard. It's going to be so hard with those marvels. I just can't imagine it actually happening, but it might, you never know. And you might be surprised at how fast they go. I might be surprised at how fast they go. Anyway, you guys are awesome. You're amazing. You guys are amazing. We got, how many packs left here? One. Did I even have foil in that one? I don't know. Oh, see, look at that. Like, even in person, I can barely tell the foiling on that one. Barely. I'm sure you can't see it on the screen. Last pack here of Monarch. Last pack. And of course, if you didn't see the first two boxes and you want to see what happened in those, make sure you go check that one out. We got a Glisten, a Brocade, and we got the Crossroads at the end. That is it. That is it. So of course that, Celestial Cataclysm. What an amazing foil. What an amazing foil. And oh my gosh, that just feels like one of those cards that someday should be good. It should be really good. And we got some, we did okay. We got Arouse the Ancients, another Cataclysm. And you know, this one, people have been buying that one lately. And of course, the Vestige of Soul. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget, if you need singles for Dusk Till Dawn, make sure you check out MasterSetMadness.com. I will have a ton of cards available there after I open a bunch for Master Set Madness Dusk Till Dawn. We'll see you next time. Peace.